Hey guys, hey loves, hey YouTube fam, hey, how do I don't know. Anyways, hello everyone, beautiful people here on YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Yeah, thank you. I wanted to share my travel journey, my Japa journey. Yeah, so I don't even know where to start from, but I just wanted to say that I was grateful to God, to my sweet family in Asaba, and my sweet family in Abuja, and my every other sweet family. Anyways, I want to share my journey, my travel journey, and I just want to, encourage somebody that don't worry. You see the plans that you have, that thing you want to achieve, that thing you want to do. Don't worry, it's going to come true. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Okay, so mid last year, a friend of mine was just like, oh, I should try studying abroad. I should try applying to school. I should try, I'm like, I have never thought of abroad. Never. The only time I've ever thought of going abroad is maybe for vacation, for sightseeing and all of that stuff. I have never thought of living there, like relocating there or studying there, or I've never thought of it like that. So he was like, you can try it. So initially it was Poland that we were looking at. Then everything was going smoothly, and before that time, I think the admission phase for Poland had already closed. So I was just getting everything prepared, ready for when it is open, the window is open. So everything was going well. I was googling schools, I was checking school websites. Then I saw I will be one on YouTube. Maybe I should tag her to this video, I don't know. Anyway, so I followed our one. Then I started to check her videos on Poland, and before that time, actually, I came across Waka Waka Doctor on Instagram. I think this my friend actually sent me his IG page, so I used to check his interviews with people from different countries. So I was like very interested, but I did not have the funds. Yeah, I didn't have the funds. So a boss of mine, then I spoke to him about it. He was like, oh, that's fine. He's very happy that I'm even ambitious. I want to do this, I want to do that. And he was like, okay, that he can lend me some money and I could pay back within some time, So like, I was very happy that I had financial support. Guys, nothing prepares you for the struggles that life is going to throw at you. Nothing, absolutely nothing prepares you for that. Anyways, so it started. I started googling schools. I went as far as checking Hungary, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Germany, Australia, I can't remember some other countries because I really tried. I really googled so many schools websites in different countries, and I had a friend in Australia who also said he was going to assist me if I come to Australia, because if he loans me money, he's sure that I'm going to pay back because I'll be in the same country as he is. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I actually have like some financial support from 2 people. Okay, let's go. So it got to around October, November, I can't really remember, I'm not sure. Then I started applying. I applied to Lithuania. I paid 160 euros for application fee, guys. I'm going to talk about the story some other time, like maybe different video, because those people actually ran me streets. They did me a very strong thing. Anyways, when they discovered and got my application fee, because I was talking with them on their emails, and I had a personal admission officer, I don't know what they call them, that was actually communicating with me, and he saw that they're not going to give me admission or something, but he actually led me on and made sure I paid for the application fee before I was told that, oh, we cannot give you admission because you had your WAEC when you were, when you're not up to 18. Yeah, that was the reason. So I was sad, I was devastated because 160 euros, I saved that money. I knew how much it took me to save that money, and that was like all the money I had, you know, broke ass baby girl. Anyways, so that was what happened. So that came in. I was sad, so I took a seat backward. I was like, okay, let me actually sit down and actually check these things out for myself. So I took my paper, my notebook, my pen. I literally, okay, if I was in Nigeria, I would have showed you guys by book. If you guys are hearing some noise from the background, just cars passing by and some stuff happening behind the camera, okay? So I have this book where I wrote different countries. In fact, I went as far as Cyprus, Turkey. Now for me. So I did all of that. I googled and I went to each Cyprus school, every school in Cyprus, and I checked their reviews, and I saw people saying, don't come here, don't do this, don't do that. So I'm like, oh, no. So I started cancelling Cyprus schools one after the other until I got no school from Cyprus. I'm like, nah, I'm not coming here. So December, this is my friend again that told me about Jabba. He was like, he shared me Stainless. He's on Twitter. He shared me his Twitter page on, I think on Instagram. He shared it to me. I'm like, oh, check out this guy for Finland. I'm like, oh, I have thought of Norway, but I have never thought of Finland. So I'm like, okay, fine. Let me check him out. So I checked the guy out. I sent him I followed him. He followed me back. I'm like, okay. So I messaged him on Twitter. I told him my troubles and how the previous school did not give me admission because I was not up to 18 years when I had my high school certificate. So he was like, oh, that's fine. So I asked him for recommendation. What countries does he think I can actually apply to? So I asked for IELTS as well. He was like, Lithuania is fine, Finland is fine, but Estonia. He said Estonia was fine. So I'm like, okay. But he said Estonia, I would have to have IELTS, that's IELTS certificate, English exam certificate. Then, but for Finland, I do not need it. I'm like, okay, fine. So I started checking schools in Finland. That was the first time I actually got interested in Finland, funny enough. So I started checking schools in Finland. I was like, oh my god, this place is very beautiful. It is calm. It is the happiest country in the world, you know, that stuff, all those stuff. So I'm like, how come I've never noticed this country? How come I've not paid attention to this country? So I started making my research. I started checking schools in Finland, and then I started going to different schools, their websites. I did all of that. Then, ta-da! The application window this year was January 5th to 19th. 19th being my birthday. So I was like, okay. That was still in December. And that same December, I was waiting for Luxembourg's admission window as well. I think it was in February or January as well. So I was just waiting. The only problem with Luxembourg was that I had to have language certificates, German or French, I can't remember. So I was like, okay. I did not have that, so I just let Luxembourg go. Then I focused on Finland. Then I tried Norway as well, but I saw that these free schools in Norway were like for masters, and I was going for my bachelor's. So I'm like, my last hope went from all the countries I was like making research on to just Finland. Oh, I also tried Australia too, but their tuition was you guys, I cannot even start to say how much it is because I cannot afford it. Anyways, their tuition was that much and I couldn't afford it, and that was not even the problem. They said I can't remember I have some years gap year. Yeah, I think that's what they called it. Then I was like, okay, that's fine. I tried Ireland. Did I try Ireland? Yeah, Ireland was expensive for me as well. So I focused on Finland. Finland became my do or die. Then thank God the admission window came up. I took 2 days after the admission window came up on the 7th, midnight, 12 or 1 a.m. I decided to fill in the application. So I'm going to put a video on how to do all of that stuff, how to get the schools you want, how to go, things to do to get the schools that you actually want, or how do I say that? I shall do a video on how to apply to schools in Finland and all of that, so stay tuned to this channel. So I applied, as I was going through the website for application, because you are allowed to apply to 6 schools with 6 different courses. If you want to use just one course, that's fine. If you want to apply for 6 different courses, that's totally fine. It's all you. So I did all of that. I searched. So when I see a school, I go to Google, I search about the school, I check their website and all of that. I check their tuition as well. So that was all that happened. So I applied. Then I cannot really remember the date. Then there was an entrance exam. I did the entrance exam. I passed, guys, although they had to bring down the cutoff, because if it was their initial cutoff, I wouldn't have made it. So my maths was lacking. I knew that was going to be a problem because I'm not a mathematician. I don't like maths normally. Maths doesn't even like me. So we know ourselves. We know that we don't like ourselves. So I was not expecting to pass that one. Anyways, I passed it, thankfully. God being on my side. After the entrance exam, there was the interview. So of course I was preparing for it. I had a lot of support from my baby boo. I had a lot of support. I had a lot of pushing. I had a lot of rehearsing. I had a lot of preparation, solving problems, like answering questions, writing in English, because the interview was the interview actually was basically English language. So there's an interview where they'll give you a question, where you talk, you answer the question, so they know that you can speak and understand English. Then the written part is where they give you a topic as well, then you write about it, or what you guys discussed, you write about it just in written form, so they know that you can actually write in English as well. So that was what happened. I got prepared, I went for it. I had some challenges, some technical challenges, because my laptop had issues, a lot of, God, if God be for you, nobody can be against you. How do they say it? That's how they say it anyways. So that was what happened. I had technical issues. I was crying. Anyways, I have a lot of gist for you guys. So I think I'll have a video on that as well because you guys need to know the details. So that you are prepared when it gets to your turn. So you have to know what to do to your laptop, whatever you get. So you're very prepared, because I have a friend who did not make it because of that same technical issues. So I'll put that video out there before next year's application window opens. Okay, so I did the exam. I was in tears, but thankfully God was on my side. I passed it. I got admission, but that was not the school I was expecting. The school I was expecting was in the capital city, Helsinki. I did not get that one. I got another one, which was not bad, but the tuition was kind of higher because they had just 20% scholarship instead of like the general 50% scholarship that all the applied sciences schools or universities have. So I was waiting to get another admission, which was delayed, but thankfully within the lastest moment it clicked. Then before that time I went to VFS, all these things. I'm going to have a detailed video on them, then so that you guys understand better. You know what VFS is. Not everybody knows what VFS is, so I'll do all those videos so that you can understand better. Anyways, this is just my journey. I'm just telling you guys about my journey, how it worked for me, what happened. I had financial troubles. The people that promised me some cash, disappointed. Of course, humans, we all know humans, they are humans, so they are bound to disappoint. They're not perfect, so I totally understand that. But thank God The few persons that I did not expect came for me. They just gave me the shoulder to lean on. They gave me all the help I needed, and everything was just, it was a struggle, but it was fine. God helped me. At the end, I'm here, right? So anyways, long story short, I applied for my visa. They call it the residence permit, but let me just use visa because that's what everybody is used to. So I applied for my visa, and it was taking time. People's own took 2 weeks, some 4 days, some 2 days. Mine took 8 weeks. My patience level was gone. And they were asking for supplementary documents, but thankfully I had those documents to provide. I had the documents they were asking, so I could provide those documents. Thankfully, to God be the glory, of course. Then preparation came. I got my visa. Thankfully, thanks to God. I can't be, this video is not enough to tell you guys how my journey was, how difficult it was, but God made it easy in a way that I could have never imagined. The journey was, God, it was not a juicy one, but I thank God that we are finally here. You get? So I got my permit and my visa, and it arrived 5 to 6 days after I got the positive decision. Then I got 3.5 years, which is the same amount of years as my studies. Then I got my flight tickets and I came here, and that is it. This is very short, guys. This is the shortest I can go, but I just want to let you know that disappointments are bound to happen. It is okay. It's actually fine for people to disappoint you. So when you're having your preparations to travel for studies, please have plan Z. I didn't have all of that. Of course, I had financial issues. I didn't have that money. So if you do not have that money, please just wait till you have the money, so you don't have to go through the whole stress, financial stress, emotional stress, mental stress, because it really weighed on me. And just imagine I didn't get a positive decision. What would have happened to me? I don't know. I would have actually cried, of course. But I just want to let you know that, you see, if people promised you money, let me just give it to you, a secret. If people promised you money and they want to give it to you, please collect it at that moment, as it is hot. Collect it at that moment, because if you say they should hold it and just hold it, it's fine, when I need it I'll collect it. My dear, don't do that. I did that and I was very foolish. I agree. So if someone promises you money and wants to give it to you at that moment, as it is hot, please collect it. Do not do good girl. I don't need it yet. Just hold it, because when you actually would need it, the person would not be there to give it to you. You get, the person might not even have it again, or like use it for something for themselves. So please, this is my story. Be smart, be prayerful. That is number one. Be prayerful, be smart, be careful with your money, save your money. Do not spend on unnecessary things. If you have a plan to travel, please save. I didn't save because as I know gets I don't want to mention it. Anyways, thank you for watching. This is my journey, this is my story. This is not all of it. I just wanted to just make it as brief as possible, but this is all I can come up with at the moment right now. So please subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you on my next video, hopefully. And bye bye. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever time it is in the world that you are. Right? That makes sense. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of